Before I continue with this video, I want to draw your attention to the fact that proof of funds to study in Luxembourg has increased. So if you were expecting something that is going to be below maybe 14,000 euros a year, no, that is not going to be the case again in 2023. Now, another thing you should pay attention to is that you have to first of all apply for temporal authorization. Then when it is approved, you now take your passport, or probably the Belgian Embassy is going to be the one to stamp your visa. If you are coming from Nigeria, Cameroon, or maybe any other country where the Belgian Embassy is, I will encourage you to check the website very well. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can apply and, of course, study at the University of Luxembourg. The reason I choose the University of Luxembourg for today is because it is one of the cheapest schools in Luxembourg. And remember, Luxembourg is one of the richest countries, if not the richest, but one of the richest in the European Union. Luxembourg is equally a member of the NATO, maybe the NATO something, all right? You have to verify that. And again, the richest city in European Union, in the European Union, is the Luxembourg city. Then transportation. Before I forget, transportation is also free in Luxembourg. This is a big boast for international students. So in this video proper, I will talk about the fee structure at the University of Luxembourg. I will talk about how you can apply for programs at the University of Luxembourg, and I will equally touch a little part of or let me say a small portion of visa application. If you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Milton Fonkwa. For those who don't know, I'm equally called the Anointed Village Boy. Thank you so much. So guys, like I said, the University of Luxembourg is one of those top schools in Luxembourg where, well, there are not many, or let me say there are not so many universities in Luxembourg, like maybe in countries like Poland, Belgium, Germany, or so. All right. So the cheapest so far I have seen is the University of Luxembourg. I have a couple of videos about this university or these countries on my YouTube channel. Just type my name on the YouTube search bar, Milton Fonkwa. Then you add anything you need about Luxembourg. The video is going to pop up for you to watch. So the University of Luxembourg is one of the popular schools in Luxembourg, and of course, Sacred Heart University in Luxembourg is also another institution. We equally have Lunex University. For those of you who are asking me about courses related to physiotherapy, you can consult Lunex University, okay? But know that it is very expensive. Even Sacred Heart University, you are going to be paying more than 10,000 euros a year. So that is what you should understand. Now, the University of Luxembourg is already open and accepting applications for international students. So if you want to apply to the University of Luxembourg, know that you are not going to be paying that so much money in this particular university. All right, for the registration, if you are already in your second year or upper semesters, you are going to be paying not more than 200 euros. But for the first year or the first semester, you are going to be paying a registration fee of 400 euros. But putting registration fee together, putting medical insurance together, putting rents together, food together, and of course accommodation, you may be spending at least 1,500 euros in maybe a month. All right, so that is something you should note. But remember, this is not proof of funds, guys. This is not proof of funds. Now, admissions is already open and ongoing at the University of Luxembourg. Bachelor's degree programs are available, master's programs are available, and of course, specialized master's and PhD programs are available. There is equally the possibility of you gaining or winning a scholarship. You should check the university's website, which would be linked in the video description box below. All right. Now, how do you go about the application, or where do you apply for the University of Luxembourg? First of all, you go to the university's website, which I will link it in the video description box below. What you need to do there, you pick a program. All right, if you pick a program, you have to click on the program. All right, you have to click on the program. The reason you are clicking on the program is because you want to check things like the language of instruction, because remember, the University of Luxembourg is a multilingual university, which means that programs are taught in English, programs are taught in French, programs are taught in other languages, maybe Luxembourgish or the German language. All right, this is a multilingual university. You first of all need to check the language requirement to see if actually it is the program is going to be taught in English language. When you check the language requirements, the next thing you need to check now is the admissions requirements. You are checking the admission requirements because you need to know what are some of the things you need to do in order for you to grab these admissions. All right, you need to know what they need. Do they need a CV? Do they need a curriculum vitae? Do they need English course? Do they need transcript? Are they to be legalized? Are they to be notarized? And stuff like that. You need to check language admissions requirements. All right, and at the University of Luxembourg, if you do not check, you may not know. Before I forget, English proficiency is very important. IELTS score or the TOEFL score is very important for you to apply to this university. Yes, I understand maybe some people will be like, Milton, I studied in Nigeria, I studied in Ghana, I don't need the English proficiency. Yes, you do not need it, but it is not like it is compulsory that you don't need it. Please pay attention to this. You need it as well to apply for the program in order to boost your application. All right, but you can still get the admissions if you put in a very strong application. Remember, keyword here is a very strong application. Do not sleep on yourself. Put in stronger applications. All right, so when you check the admissions requirements, you now create an account with the university on that particular program. All right, when you create the account, of course, it is going to be a link where you have to confirm your email and all the rest. Then you put in the information asked to you. All right, these are daily informations like what is your name, what is your surname, what are some of the courses you've studied in the past, your nationality, your address. All right, then you equally maybe, do you speak English? Do you have this? Have you been to university before? These are basic things that you need to fill on the application website. Then you select your program. After you select your program, then you may be asked to submit the application before. But remember, you cannot submit this application without paying the 50 euro administrative fee. Or even if you submit the application, a point will come where you will be asked to pay, but I do not think you have to pay it before you submit it. That is how most universities portals are. All right, now when you pay the 50 euros administrative fee, someone was asking me, Milton, how do I pay my 50 euro application fee, administrative fee? You just have to click on the payment link and it directs you to maybe the Visa card or MasterCard or whatever. You do the payment. If it requires that you go to the bank, you copy the banking details, you go to the bank and you do the payment. As simple as ABC. All right, when you pay that, you submit the application. Remember, this is the final stage for you now. I would encourage you to do first come, first serve basis. What I'm trying to say is, apply as early as possible. Early application speaks volume a lot. Remember, Luxembourg is a small country. Therefore, they will not be needing a lot of students in their classroom. So if you apply early, the chances are that you can go into the program if you put in a good application. But if you come late, it will be difficult for you to slide in easily. I hope you understand. Yeah, when I say slide in easily, hey, I hope you understand what I mean. Dropping your application early. So that is something. Again, remember that as soon as you finish with the application, you may be asked to submit extra documents. All right, maybe mail documents to them. However, it is not always the case. So things do change every year. Different programs have different requirements that you are going to be supplying to the university. Okay. Then the documents that you need to apply to the University of Luxembourg. I'm focusing more on the University of Luxembourg because admissions is open. Remember, the deadline is April. All right, there is a certain date in April. And remember, after this date, there is also a deadline for you to submit all the hard copies of the documents that you have been asked to submit. I repeat, IELTS score is very important, but not compulsory. I hope you understand. So when you submit all these details now, you have to wait. All right, there is something they use, the particular website that they use. You either get a rejection, you either get an acceptance, or you get on a waiting list. All right, the CIS website. So that is how it is. Requirements for you to study at the University of Luxembourg include your WAEC certificate, but not just the WAEC. If you have maybe a postgrad diploma or something, an advanced certificate. After your WAEC, what did you have? Add it to the WAEC and submit it. Remember, when uploading the documents or when sending them, they should be in PDF format. All right. The document you need is your bachelor's degree transcript if you are applying for a master's degree program. The WAEC certificate, the ordinary levels and advanced level certificate, the WASES certificate for Liberians, Ghanaians, Nigerians, Cameroonians, and other nationalities, baccalaureate, all right, is for those that will be applying for bachelor's and master's. If you are going for PhD application, you have to provide your master's degree, all these documents alongside your master's degree transcript and attestation. But your WAEC, your BSc transcript must be very visible, and of course your English proficiency, which is the TOEFL or the IELTS. All right, it is very important for you to supply all these documents so as not to miss out on certain things. Now, the fee structure I already talked about. All right, both programs, let me say, if you are about to apply for programs at the University of Luxembourg, know that there are three main faculties. We have the Faculty of Science, Technology, and Medicine. There is also the Faculty of Law, Economics, and Finance. Then they equally have the University of Luxembourg. There is also the Faculty of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences. Among these faculties, there are various degree programs that you can apply to, and these degree programs, they vary per requirement. So please check with, I already explained to you how you are going to get the language of instruction requirements with respect to documentations and all the rest. All right, so that is the process for the University of Luxembourg. After that, you wait. Then if you are accepted, you'll be given rules on what to do. Then after you are accepted, you now need to apply for a visa to Luxembourg to start your studies in September, October, right? Now, where do you apply for the visa? You are going to watch another video with an updated version of proof of funds. You need proof of funds, you need passports and other documents like medical insurance to apply for the visa, but I equally explain to you how to get all these documents, especially the insurance, how much you can pay and what insurance you are going to get. Even if you type my name on the YouTube search bar right now, Milton Fonkwa, insurance to study in Luxembourg, you are going to find my video on how I explain detailedly how to go about getting the medical insurance or travel insurance to study in Luxembourg. All right, you may be needing accommodation, proof of accommodation to apply for the visa, of course your admissions letter and other certificates, all right, that you will be needing. So this is all about the University of Luxembourg. Remember, if you are in Luxembourg, you move freely to Belgium, you move freely to France, Germany, other countries in the European Union. Degrees from Luxembourg will be highly recognized around the world. All right, remember, Luxembourg is the country that supplied most of the steel that you see in USA today. How do you see the steels in USA? There was steel in USA. Most of the steel that came out from Luxembourg, or let me say the skyscrapers in the United States, to be precise, New York, most of them were built with steel that was extracted from Luxembourg. Yes, if you check very well, you are going to see all of this. And it is very easy to navigate. All right, so just contact the Belgian Embassy or check the Belgian Embassy website to see all the details. If you want to legalize your documents before you apply, it is up to you, but it is not compulsory. That is why I insist that always check the requirements to know what is happening on the university's website, guys. It is very important. I hope this video was helpful. Please do not forget, do not go without subscribing. Subscribe and support the movement. All right, till we meet again in another one.